We moved to Arlington when Metro opened. We didn't want to just stay home and work in the garden. We wanted to be where we could continue our volunteer work. It was very important that we be near public transportation.
Arlington is nationally recognized for its great neighborhoods. They offer a variety of housing options, all within walking distance of convenient public transportation and other day-to-day conveniences. This enables residents of any age to be active and engaged in their communities. Planners call this transit-oriented development.
It's the creation of walkable communities around public transportation so that you have a development pattern that helps support public transportation, and you have public transportation that helps support development.
And so for the last 40 years, all of our planning efforts have been focused on developing those urban villages along the transit corridors.
Transit-oriented development is a way to really enable older adults to maintain their independence without having to rely on automobile transportation to get to where they need to go. It's very easy to hop on a bus in these neighborhoods or hop on the train.
I needed the independence to know there was a way I could go to Michael's or the lady that cuts my hair without using my own car and without having a friend take me, which I have friends who do, but I want to be independent.
It's important that older people get out in a way that it's important for everybody to get out. It's too easy to become isolated, and if you don't get out and see friends and do things, it actually is known to have deleterious effects on both your physical and your mental health.
NVTC found that older adults living in these walkable mixed-use areas were able to walk to the bank, walk to the grocery store, the shopping mall. A full 22% of their trips were taken on foot. Folks living in walkable mixed-use areas, less than half of their trips were driving themselves, compared with older adults living in suburban areas where more than 2/3 of their trips were driving themselves.
In the neighborhood, I walked to Boston Mall, which is very convenient for a drugstore.
My doctor's office is right down on Carlin Springs, not that far. So when I don't want to bother anybody, I can take the bus and get off right in front of my doctor's office. Like I said, it's very convenient.
One thing we learned from our research in a few cities was that when stations were not accessible, older adults didn't use them. We're talking about making sure that station entrances are safe enough, people aren't afraid of crime, sidewalks are well maintained, level surfaces that people can get around.
Arlington County is responsible for the sidewalks, and I don't know why they use those bricks, I guess for cosmetic purposes, but it would be much better if it was smooth concrete.
We've changed our standards in Arlington so that we might use banding of brick pavers or other materials to try to make sidewalks look more interesting, but have the primary walking path be concrete and be smoother.
When planning for older adults, you're planning for the entire community.
Our focus has shifted from a mobility focus, which is giving people ways to drive distances to places, to putting more of the things they want to get to close by and giving them lots of ways to get there.
I hardly don't take the metro. I prefer to go by bus. More convenience for me. I walk over to the bus stop in Boston Station, get the 1A.
Older adults, again, these are individuals 75 and older who lived in these walkable mixed-use area, took 20% more trips per week than older adults living in more suburban areas. Their share of trips on public transportation was 4 times that of those individuals of the same age group living in more suburban areas.
I would not have a job downtown, either paid or volunteer, if there was no metro. How would I get there?
In a community like Arlington, you can raise children in the single-family neighborhoods, live there till you don't want to live there anymore, and then you can move into apartments or condominiums on the metro corridors where you don't have to have a car.
Much of what we do is financial in providing assistance through county programs that we have, in particular our Affordable Housing Investment Fund, which provides essentially third-party loans to help facilitate the commitment of affordable housing. We've done that for a lot of different projects, and it's a major program for us in housing generally. And a few of those have been targeted for projects that involve senior housing.
In DOT, we work with many other departments in terms of getting input into our programs and services. I would say the most direct connection with the Department of Human Services, and particularly the section on aging, is really around our local transit programs, ART, and STAR, our paratransit program.
STAR is a concept. There is a call center and there are vendors. There are vans and there are taxi cabs. So STAR will take people from the curb in front of where they live to the curb of where they want to go.
The key is looking at where there's actually an opportunity to use public transportation, or indeed to walk, to do something other than getting in a car and driving. And I think that you'll find anywhere you look where there is that choice, people are choosing to walk, to take the bus, to take a train, to use a bicycle.
It's a pleasure to be able to say I live in Arlington.